Hey guys, how are you? My name is Ben Moran and I'm a product manager in the VeChain Foundation. And I understand it's Friday and it's late on, so I won't take too much of your time, just 15 minutes. I'd like to introduce a new product that we've built on VeChain. It's called Marketplace as a Service, or MaaS, and yeah, we hope accelerating enterprise adoption through marketplaces. So just a brief overview, guys, of VeChain. The ICO was in 2015, and VeChain Tor, our layer 1, went live in June 2018. Since that time, there's been zero downtime, so it's super secure. We've got over 2 billion market cap with the native token of VET, so top 50 coin. And we've got a lot of partnerships with UFC, with ATP, and many, many more enterprise. We are on many of the big centralized exchanges, and most recently on Revolut directly. It's a very environmentally friendly blockchain, so very low carbon emissions to keep the system operating. And I'm part of the CTO team, which was established really in 2002 with only 4 people, and now we've scaled up to 68. So we're definitely under growth and building all the time. So guys, just some pain points really, and they're not really new, but they still exist within the industry. For enterprises specifically, the lack of Web3 experience within enterprises causes a big problem to really start POCs and start testing the technology. So last year, in 2023, LinkedIn reported that there was over 300% increase on blockchain job postings on the platform. So there's still a supply and demand issue. There's very high upfront costs for enterprises who wish to get into Web3. There's estimations online that for an NFT marketplace or a digital collectible marketplace, it can cost anywhere between $50,000 and $350,000. And in my experience, it's definitely, depending on the feature set and the infrastructure, it's quite high. So this is another major blocker for enterprises. Obviously, complex user experience, downloading wallets, having the tokens to directly pay for gas and to use the blockchain is another huge pain point. So with all these things in mind, we've thought about MaaS and tried to solve these problems for enterprises. If enterprises do get into digital collectibles and fidgetals, what are the benefits? So unlocking new revenue streams. From DeFiLlama, there's an estimated 5 billion in total value locked, so definitely new revenue streams. Customer engagement, so the after-purchase experience or the post-purchase experience for users, especially around fidgetals, enterprises and brands can offer personalized digital experiences that weren't there before to keep connecting with the consumer. Storytelling as well. We live in a more sustainably focused world, and people really appreciate and want to see more of the story behind the product and the story behind the brand and how it got to market, how it was made, how it was created, raw materials sourced. So with DPPs and digital products, this can all be provided to the end user, which enhances trust and transparency with the product. And of course, authentication. It's a major one. Authenticating that the product is produced by the brand or the enterprise, and also authenticating that the owner of the product is the person who possesses it. So the fake goods market now is valued at $4.5 trillion, so it's been increasing every year exponentially. And 52% of brands reported by Forbes lost trust and faith in a brand once they've bought a fake product. Even if the brand had no part to play in it, they still lost a lot of trust and faith. So really, brands with luxury goods or other fan memorabilia, it's a very, very innovative way to ensure authentication. So now, guys, introducing Mass, how we're planning to solve the problems that I explained, as well as unlock the value for potential customers. So Mass is a platform whereby enterprises can deploy fully managed marketplaces, instances, isolated, white label, so they'll have their own marketplace where they can sell their products. It's super, super quick and simple. We'll go through a quick demonstration of the 5 steps later in the presentation, but it's super quick and simple. Web 2 friendly, it's something that we all have to be conscious about when building products, especially for more enterprises, how their users can use the products right away. What are the barriers for the customers to use? So this is a totally no-code solution for the admins or for the enterprises who are operating the marketplaces. There's full comprehensive UI. We have 0 gas fees for anybody using the platform, helped and supported by VeChain fee delegation, which is built into the protocol out of the box. We have social logins, so there's no need to have a wallet before users start to purchase digital collectibles in the marketplaces. We have a partnership with Transact for credit card payments, as well as currency listings. So we have an integration with an Oracle as well for enterprises who want to protect themselves against volatility. So with this, a brand's customers can directly land on the marketplace, no wallets, no tokens. They can log in and they can start purchasing and start buying digital collectibles and fidgetables right away. So this is something that we had to keep in mind when building the platform. As I said, it's fully white labeled, so a brand can tailor it to their needs and their wants and their brand standards. We have phygital support built into the platform to support selling phygitals, tracking phygitals, as well as supporting in the delivery process for enterprises. And also we've got collection settings. I can speak a little bit more to them later. It's hassle-free management. There's UI for everything. The admin can just use the UI, and it's super, super easy. We have tech support out of the box with VeChain. We'll be able to support any technical problems with the enterprise or with their consumers. And we also have analytics built in out of the box as well, so they can see on different scales from 7 days to 30 days to see how their marketplace is performing. Flexibility as well. I spoke about the costs for enterprises to start and for proof of concepts. This is monthly billing and subscription plans. There's no long-term lock-in. So they can start quickly, test the market, see how their consumers react to it, and that's something that we want to keep in mind. So then just quickly from setup to sale, it's a super quick process. So deploying your marketplace, after you get through the 5 steps, it can deploy in 10 minutes. Customization all through the UI, customize the logo, customize the color scheme, customize the footer with social links, favicon, the URL, it's all customizable. Then after it's customized, to import the collections, they can import any ERC 721s or redeemable extendables as well for the fidgitals. Listing then, once they're imported, we can list up to 500 tokens at a time, as well as start auctions for any more expensive fidgitals, for example, as well as listing directly in Euro or USD. And then just to configure the collection settings, we've got a token rarity algorithm that's built in that can be ran based on the traits and values of the properties, as well as token gates, so you can token gate a collection directly in the application for any owners of a previous collection if you want to promote it in that way. So I had a video here, but it's not rendering. So
let me check.
No worries. Cool. I see it now. It's okay. So, guys, I'll leave a link at the end, or there's a QR code anyways. People can check out the flow and step through it in your own time. So, yeah, the concept of Fidgetals. What can Fidgetals bring? They can drive revenue, as I spoke about product authenticity, ensuring that the product is produced by the brand and ensuring authenticity, personalization. A lot of these Fidgetal providers also enable and unlock personalized content for the owner of the NFT, which especially in sports and fan engagements, this is super powerful. If you purchase a Fidgetal, you can get actual content that's specific to you. As well as digital product passports, again, transparency for consumers, as well as regulators. There's regulation coming into effect in Europe around this, starting with batteries, but it's going to roll out to a lot of products. So for enterprises and brands to get involved early, it'll really be a unique selling point. And I'm not sure if anyone was over in the creative stage, but Americo, the CEO of World of V Labs, gave a really super presentation and demonstration of their platform, WOV Labs, and it's fully integrated fully compatible with a marketplace on mass. So if you tokenize and create digital product passports and Fidgetal products, you can import them really easily into the marketplace en masse and sell them right away. Some real-world use cases. We went live in April with Grassini Racing, which is a MotoGP team here in Italy, and their goals really was around fan engagement in motorsports. We see this as being a really, really good use case for digital collectibles, and we see multiple examples. ETHMilan and the San Siro tokenizing the playing pitch and adding gamification in on that. So this is something that Grassini Racing really wanted to target. It's great for building a fan community, enabling fans to get involved digitally. Obviously, with MotoGP, it's a pretty international sport, so not all fans can get to races essentially. But this is a good way of engaging with fans in a digital way, strengthening the brand identity, and obviously speaking to a new generation and a younger generation. And again, it's a new revenue channel. It's a new way of selling products. Digitalized memorabilia, the pilots' helmets, the pilots' gear. It's a new innovative way to open up new revenue channels. The next is a community project called SolarWise. SolarWise are a real-world asset example. So they're fractionalizing solar panels. They've got a solar farm in Bahia, in Brazil, and in October they'll be going live en masse, and they'll be selling these real-world assets where people can then stake on their platform and earn a yield. Again, it's opening new asset classes to retail investors, supporting sustainability while earning a yield. And actually, this example with SolarWise, owners of the real-world asset will be able to get rewarded in 2 tokens. And I'll speak a little bit more about the other token, but they'll be rewarded in VET as well as Better, so because it's a sustainable focused project. Some learnings from experiences, specifically around enterprises as well. So knowing the target customer is super important for them. What the digital collectible design is, what file format. On mass, we support multiple different file types, from GLB for 3D NFTs or digital collectibles, to MP4s, to standard JPEGs, and then how you market it. This is how you communicate with your customers. Commitment. I mean, with digital collectibles, it's a new thing for a lot of enterprises, maybe for their customers as well. So with any new offerings, it requires a little bit of time to adapt. And then diversification of the collectibles, getting creative with it, having Fidgetals, PFP collections, really diversifying and keeping things fresh. It's important. So for each marketplace, we'll deploy a collection of contracts which will be unique and isolated for each marketplace. And again, security and auditing is super important. The contracts were audited by an industry leader in hacking. We got very good results, and it's available on Hacken's website for anybody to view. And they're upgradable, so UUPS upgradable standard. So for any new features that we want to deliver, there won't be any problems with upgrading. Again, keeping security in mind and ensuring that any major upgrade will require a new audit, but it's super important.
Show the video.
Then the roadmap, guys. Where is Mass heading next? We have to, we want a PSP integration. Currently, at the end of the flow, we charge in VET, in our native token, and we'd like to change that out and offer enterprises more flexibility for payments through PayPal. In-app collection creation, we've got other no-code solutions in VeChain, one of which is called Forge, which is a contract deploying tool. Basically, again, a UI can deploy ERC 721s, ERC 20s, 1155s, and we can leverage the APIs to just keep everything within the marketplace for admins to be able to easily deploy collections. We're looking as well for an enterprise fiat off-ramp. Currently, the end result is that the enterprise will be paid out in VET, but we'd like to enable an off-ramp during that process whereby they can get paid in USD or other fiat currencies. And as well, advanced analytics. So filtering down on the analytics that we provide and allowing it at the collection level to make sure that they can see how their collections are performing, whether it's phygitals, whether it's PFPs or anything else. VBetterDAO, guys. VBetterDAO is a sustainably focused ecosystem. It's a DAO that went live on VeChain in June, and the concept is to reward applications and their users for taking sustainable actions. So we call them X to earn apps, can be onboarded into the DAO, and they can reward their users for taking sustainable actions. So we've got a lot of cool dApps that are already live, one called Mugshot, where users are rewarded for drinking coffee sustainably with a sustainable cup. We have ETHMilan, which rewards users for driving an electric vehicle. And we have many more. One example as well was SolarWise from earlier. As they're tokenizing solar panels, they're also a member of the DAO and an X to earn app in the DAO. And what I was speaking to, when you purchase the real world asset and stake it, you'll be rewarded in the token of the DAO, which is better, as well as in VET, our native token. So how can Mass support VBetterDAO as well? Well, offering more token utility. We're going to implement the ERC 20 in Mass in the marketplace directly, so marketplaces can list in better. Enhancing gamification within the ecosystem. So enabling the X to earn apps to use digital collectibles in order to outline which members of their community are really active, and then having a marketplace for their users to buy, sell, and trade the digital collectibles. And again, like I said, the yield-based rewards, specifically with SolarWise.
We can look at the video.
So guys, thank you very much. There's a QR code there to go to the landing page to learn more information, and I think we'll see the video now. So this is just our landing page that you can go to. You just provide the name of your marketplace, the subdomain that you're able to choose, the admin email for the one-time password. We've got support for multiple admins in each marketplace we deploy. We have an option to provide a marketplace email as well for any support that the marketplace wants to provide for their customers. We will provide support, but as well, having a marketplace email is also additional support for the customer. We just get some business information. We get the company name, a company email for invoices, whether that's the same as the admin or a different email, and then the tax identification number. We are currently only open to enterprises for now, but in the very, very near future, we'll be open to any individual who wants to deploy a marketplace. It's not going to be an issue. Yeah, just to get the business address, we provide a wallet, obviously, for the admin to be able to receive the VET for their purchases and do some operations in the marketplace. We have a base subscription cost as well as some premium features, and again, you can update and edit any information. At the end of the flow, you can connect your wallet. We have a conversion rate, and we have an integration with Transact for an on-ramp. If enterprises don't have any VET at that time, they can directly get VET. And we've got fee delegation so that there'll be no fees during the flow for an enterprise to launch a marketplace. And then in the end, it's just a simple 10-15 minute process where the marketplace is being spun up in the background. So deploying all the infrastructure programmatically and automatically. And that's it, guys. Thanks very much for your time.